a cylindrical metallic rod in thermal contact with two reservoirs of heat at its two ends, and they will conduct an amount of heat Q1 in a time t. So here we are having a cylindrical wire whose two ends are in contact with two reservoirs of heat, and they are conducting Q1 amount of heat in a time interval t. It means rate of flow of heat through a wire Q1 by T is equal to K, that is coefficient of thermal conductivity, into area of cross section, say A1. Let del theta is difference in temperature at the two ends of cylindrical wire divided by L1, say L1 is the length of that cylindrical wire. Now the metallic rod is melted. This metallic rod, it is melted, and the material is formed into a rod of length 4 times the length of original rod. So given metallic rod, it is melted and it is converted into another rod whose length is 4 times the original length, whose length L2 is 4 times the original length. Then the amount of heat conducted by new rod when placed in thermal contact with same two reservoir in time t is Q2, means the two ends of that new rod, it is maintained at the same temperature difference T1 T2, means they are connected to the same reservoirs of heat, and if Q2 is the amount of heat flowing in a time interval t, Q2 is the amount of heat flowing in a time interval t, then we have to find out ratio of Q1 divided by Q2 equal to question mark. So as the rate of flow of heat in first rod Q1 by T is equal to K A1 del theta upon L1, rate of flow of heat in second rod, it is Q2 by T is equal to K into A2 del theta divided by L2. Here the value of K is taken as same because coefficient of thermal conductivity, here it is a nature or it is a property of material of that rod. So K is same, area of cross section is different because the two ends they are maintained across the same reservoirs of heat. So del theta in both cases are same and lengths are different. In second case it is 4 times that of the original length, 4 times that of the original length. See here, because rod is melted and it is converted into another rod whose length is 4 times that of original length. So volume of the rod, it remains same, V2 is equal to V1. Now what is the volume of second rod? Here cross sectional area A2 multiplied by length of rod L2. And what is the volume of rod? Initially it is cross sectional area A1 multiplied by L1. A1 multiplied by L1, therefore now L2 divided by L1 is equal to L2 divided by L1 is equal to what happens? A1 divided by A2. But we know what is this L2? L2 is 4L1 and L1. So this L1 get cancelled with L1. So it is 4 by 1. So you must remember L2 by L1 is 4 and A1 by A2 is 4. L2 by L1 is 4 and A1 by A2 is 4. So this is important condition. This is what? Important condition. Now we want to find out Q1 divided by Q2. We want to find out what? Q1 divided by Q2. So from this equation, Q1 divided by Q1 divided by Q2. What is Q1 divided by Q2? Q1 divided by Q2. Q1 by T upon Q2 by T. Divide equation 1 by equation 2. So this is equal to K A1 del theta upon L1 into K A2 del theta upon L2. So this K get cancelled, del theta get cancelled, this T get cancelled, and we had finally Q1 divided by Q2 is equal to Q1 by Q2 is equal to A1 divided by A2 into L2 divided by L1. But what is A1 by A2? A1 by A2 is 4. A1 upon A2 is 4 multiplied by L2 upon L1. L2 upon L1 is also 4. So 4 into 4 is 16. Means the ratio of Q1 to that of Q2 is equal to 16. So out of 4 options, which option is correct? Look at the options. Option C is the correct option for this question. Option C is the correct option for this question.